This is a harmonica from Sugar Blue. So I recorded a lot of harmonica players, and I just assumed we'd get a harmonica from them. So Sugar Blue is a blues harmonica player from Chicago. Played on one of the records I did, so I got that. What's the Zippo lighter doing here? Oh, cool. The Voodoo Festival lighter. I don't know what that's there for. This is Junior Wells. Let's see, he signed it. Yeah, he signed it with an engraver right there. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
So he wrote some of his names, and then some of them they were engraved. Let me see if I can see that. Yeah, he signed. You can see it. He did it with some kind of quill thing or something. 1996. That's cool. I forgot I had that. Actually, I had a bunch of these. I think I got 10 of them signed. I was going to give them away in a contest. Oh, this came from Toots. The Toots Thielman, great jazz harmonica player, playing all those Quincy Jones records. I did a DVD with him. Chromatic,
Those are tough to play. Those are hard.
No, you can play the crap out of that.
I'm sure.
And
it's a beautiful instrument.
Dear John, an old Pisper. Yeah, he's naming the harmonica. I guess the name of the manufacturer, although I think it's Hohner. She's calling it something. Toots. So that came from probably the late '90s. I recorded when I did that DVD with him. It's an ancient one.
Cool.
These are Abby Lincoln's sunglasses. So I did a date with her with Frank Morgan. She was a little bit. Well, she brought her own refreshments. I'll just say that, and she pretty much finished them off. And she left her glasses, and so I called her a couple days after that and told her I had them. She didn't make any effort to pick them up, and I didn't make that much more effort to give them back. So there they are. This is Jerry Mulligan's hat. This Frank gave me after Jerry died. I did a lot of work with Jerry's producer, manager. She wouldn't really buy that, but kind of I managed him for about 6 months until I quit. But we were friends. And here's a Dave Brubeck medal when he turned 90 or something. He was a good friend for a long time. Now, we didn't hang out, but I went to his house a number of times and knew him well enough for him to care about me, and I cared about him. He was just a fantastic guy. Such a nice man. It's got my name on it. Look at that. I never knew that. Son of a gun. It's the first I saw that. I did not know that. I've got the box around here someplace. These are I was recording Elvin Jones, and I asked him for a pair of sticks, and he gave me these. And I said, "Would you sign them?" He said, "They're signed." And they are signed, but they're printed on there. Unless he did sign it, I don't think so. Looks like the same to me. So that's just a printed signature. Well, he gave them to me, so there. This is an 8-ball from Ornette's pool table. I mean, we moved that pool table around so many times to store it because we kept getting kicked out of places. And so I don't know where it ended up, but no, this is what was left. It's like, this is what I got. Anyway, I have one record signed that are inscribed to me. So these are the Mystery Lady record and Time After Time. This is her first Grammy, and it was the first of like 6 or 7 records we did. She was different. And then this is the second jazz record we did, which is really good. This is what the cover's not right. So this is Dave Brubeck. And I don't know if it's made out to me or not. No, it's not. He just signed it. So I did the 25th anniversary reunion. This is the last. I don't know why they print stuff like this. The record, the LP was way different. But this is the last recording of the Dave Brubeck Quartet, the famous quartet, the Take Five Quartet, and I happened to do it. It's kind of weird. This is Scrap-O-Matic. It's just kids that I worked with. Mike sings with Derek Trucks and Susan Tedeschi, and Paul's got his own thing in Nashville. They're good kids. They're 45 years old, so they're not kids anymore. But this is instant where it's just anybody might want the instruments. I don't know if this is a valuable concertina. I got it from my Uncle Pete, who was a translator for the State Department. So he went
beautiful.
Worked for Roosevelt and a bunch of other presidents, all the way up to Kennedy. And he played this bad boy. So it's in, but he didn't play it much, and so it's in perfect shape. This lighting would help, but then you got to push buttons here. Buttons. Don't know what they do. They obviously make harmonies and they change the pitch. And this is by who? I can't see that name there.
Is it Rigoletto? Looks like Rigoletto.
That's in pretty good shape, you know.
Yeah, it's a great shape.
That bass was something that I asked. I'd signed O'Teal to a record date, and it was his record. He signed me, and so we were trying to figure out how to market it. And so he was playing. There was all these bands at the Beacon. It was the Allman Brothers, Derek Trucks, Warren Haynes was in the band. So Derek's band. Anyway, Allman Brothers. So there's Greg. There's his signature. There's J-Mo. There's Warren Haynes. Different people. Derek's on here, and if there's, I think that might, I'm not sure who that is. Cabby. And then, there's Derek. That's typical Derek design on the back. Take a back seat. I'm not sure. Does that say Susan? I'm not sure who that is. And Jan Rico, he was a drummer for Derek's band at that point. Anyway, it's all their bands. And O'Teal's on there. And it was supposed to be a giveaway for a contest. And I think we did 3 of them. And the marketing guy got 2. And which were never used and he never gave back. So there's 2 more out there somewhere. But that's the one. This is Junior Wells' hat. So Michael gave me this, Junior's nephew, after Junior died. I was pretty close to Junior. He had so many hats, I'm sure he probably wore this once. But very few people would look good in that hat, except Junior.